First, sorry for the big pause between videos, but in this one I want to talk about some updates to Black Jewel Reborn, those pesky GameCube cables, and my trip to MoGameCon. So I really intended to cover more of Black Jewel Reborn as it went along in its Kickstarter, long before the Kickstarter was coming to an end. There has been a new demo for the Sega Genesis and some updates made by the developers. They seem to have been really listening to the community and their backers, which is an excellent thing to see. First, one of my major complaints has been checked off. They added the ability to crouch, making the game feel way less stiff and fleshed out mechanically. That's the thing about design. The simplest thing can really vastly change a lot. I apparently originally played a demo that was updated pretty quickly when the Kickstarter actually launched, so yes, magic works just fine. It was just the early version of the demo I played not having it. These things happen when you're trying to get stuff done in a short time frame, but I apologize for that. The story was also updated in the beginning, a minor thing, but it's nice to see that progress. The Kickstarter updates also state that they have added things like a forged user coins between levels, which will help you upgrade your character, and even a new level that apparently has your character gaining some wings. That long-awaited NES demo was released just the other day, and now it's right before the Kickstarter's close. Unfortunately, I've not had a chance to play this as I'm making this video. Considering how far behind it is compared to the Sega Genesis version, this leads me to caution anyone about going for the other versions of the game based on the timeline they have announced. As of posting this video, there will be 1 day left of this Kickstarter, so go back to it if this game looks interesting to you. Having backed it and followed it, it'll be worth the cost, but if you're wary of it, it does look like there will be a regular pre-order on their site, and likely some for sale when it's completed. You can also just back for the ROM-only version, which is a much lower cost, so if you're hesitant, that would be the way to go. Black Jewel Reborn still looks like a fun game for any action genre fan and will be an excellent collectible for any Sega Genesis fan. But as always, practice caution when Kickstarter and pre-orders, and maybe don't go in for the Game Boy, NES, or SNES versions of the game. Some more drama surrounds the Reto-Bit cables, and since I suggested them in my original video, I want to keep everyone posted about them as much as possible. Extrems, the developer of GBI and just a very knowledgeable person about the GameCube, Swiss, and GC video, has more to say about what's happening here. So yes, as has been discussed, the cable is just the same as the Kaiko Bitfunks cable and is manufactured by Bitfunks. As I mentioned in my last video, that is a major bummer for me. He also notes that this video is 15% darker due to the original GC video Lite only outputting the proper range in RGB mode. If you recall from my first video, that was an initial major drawback of the cable. It's obviously darker than the other options I compared it to. The other major bug is related to audio, something a lot of people have had issues with. Audio output has a bug where half the samples are dropped and the channels are swapped. You may not notice these issues in regular play, and it may not even bother you, but it is still a shame that this exists. If you're noticing audio sounding off, or if you're one of the unlucky ones with audio glitching or a lot of noise, you should be able to use the regular multi-out for your audio, but there may be differences in the width of that plug between generic, brand, or other new cables. Other things include delayed chroma, CB, and CR being shifted, and linear upsampling issues. So seriously, I just don't buy these cables, or at least go in knowing that these may not be what you want, or may be outright broken when you get them. I hope to do a video soon on other options to get component out soon, so stay tuned for that. Reto-Bit honestly owes us all an apology. At the end of July, I went to MoGameCon here in town and had a lot of fun throwing on a mask, getting out there, and hunting for some games for a change. MoGameCon has been going on for a few years and is mainly focused on vendors, but it has some streamers and content creators, games to play, and other exhibits. I came home with a nice little haul of titles and honestly way more unique things than I expected, and items were reasonably priced. I didn't score any major deals, but that's the way the market currently is, but I wasn't exactly paying eBay prices either. First up is this good copy of Landstalker on the Sega Genesis, and I've already started a playthrough on Twitch. If you've never played it before, I would already suggest it just based on what I've had a chance to play so far. It's a unique, isometric action RPG that many people compare to Legend of Zelda, so I would consider that a bit reductive.
I don't trust it. That bubble just scream? Huh. Ah! Sure does. Ah! Like it.
I also grabbed Shadow Dancer on the Sega Genesis, and that was just something that caught my eye. and I went ahead and jumped on it. I can't say I've ever played it, or at least I don't really remember playing it, but I look forward to doing so. Again, an excellent copy, and I'm happy to still be growing my Genesis library. I grabbed 2 PC Engine titles, Wonder Momo and this yokai game. I've played Wonder Momo on stream before, and it's a weird action parody game, but oddly charming at the same time. Yokai is an arcade platformer I have no experience with, so it'll be a surprise when I finally get around to it, but excellent copies and not bad prices either. I also picked up this Saturn import bundle with a Kai cart. This was actually at the table for the new local store, Retro Game Rescue. I haven't been able to check out the store yet, so it was nice to meet the owner and see what they might typically have in stock. Some solid titles here, including Clockwork Knight 2, Dragon Force, and Guardian Heroes. I already have Panzer Dragoon 2 and Virtua Fighter 2, so I'll have to decide which version I want to keep of each. But now I gotta get Clockwork Knight so I can actually do a back-to-back stream of it and the sequel. I went to Mo GameCon hoping to find some Sega treasures and came home with that, and I'm super glad I went. I look forward to next year, and hopefully I'll have more time to mingle, chat, and participate in other events. Okay, so before I wrap this video up, I wanted to do a brief state of things. Things have been crazy hectic all of a sudden, so I apologize for not getting anything new out like usual, and that some of this had to be boiled down to this kind of roundup video. When things are like this, it's obviously hard to sit down and write, film, and edit, but also decide on a topic and focus on it. I hope to return to a more standard schedule with my regular content soon. I have managed to keep streaming, but sometimes even that has been a bit messy. But if you haven't followed me on Twitch yet, I try to stream several days out of the week before I start my workday. And then I've been trying to start adding in Sunday mornings as well. Recently, I completed a 100% run of Super Mario Sunshine, Newtopia 2 on TurboGrafx 16, and then Crusader of Senti on Sega Genesis. Like I said, I'm continuing that action RPG trend of Landstalker, so come hang out one morning and say hi.
Gee, how'd you get your early? Blah, blah, blah. This is kind of hilarious. It's unfortunate I have to watch the whole thing again, but it's funny. Ouch! And I like how they show off screen, like basically just off screen, this dude just burns to death. And we do nothing about it. No! He's like dead.
I've also been trying to contribute to Retro RGB, and I need to catch up with that as well. So if you ever see anything neat in the world of retro, let me know, and hopefully we can get it posted to the site and keep growing this fantastic community. Lastly, I've been trying to share some of my collection in my Discord server, so if you want to see some of what I have and chat about retro games, or just want to be more involved with what I'm doing here or on Twitch, join up and come yell at me from time to time. Thanks so much for watching this episode, and I hope some of it was informative. I'll leave some links in the description below, and I'll see you next time on what I hope to be a more regular episode of RetroActive.
This is ridiculous. This guy has way too much of a health pool. Finally, even if you defeat me, there is no way to stop the evil revival. We're having a good old-fashioned revival, everybody. Kevin has defeated the Roboid. Kevin gains life force. The Roboid.
Hey, this is Kevin. Once again, thanking you so much for watching another episode of RetroActive. If you liked it, please hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, all the stuff I'm supposed to say. And I also want to remind you that I do have a Ko-fi account and a Discord. Links will be in the description. Bye.
The Aqua Lung. I just leave that guy there. See you later, dude. All right, there we go. I need to get back to town.